Hello students, my name is Niyati Seth and thanks for watching Edupedia word videos. My topic for the presentation is the 13th section of the chapter Morphology of Angiosperms, that is flowering plants. Okay. In my previous presentation I have already taught you simple inflorescence, that is racemose inflorescence and cymose inflorescence. Now I'll be explaining you about the indeterminate inflorescence, that is branched one, that is compound inflorescence. Okay, but before that, just know about the nomenclature once again. Solitary flowers, they form singly on upright stalks. Okay, what is perianth? Perianth is sepals plus petal is equals to perianth. Okay, so the it is a collective term for the calyx and the corolla. Now, what is inflorescence? Inflorescence is a flower made of several florets. Florets, one of the small flowers that make up the entire solitary flowers. What is peduncle? Peduncle is the main supporting stalk that supports the inflorescence. What is pedicels? Pedicels are the small stalks that supports the single flowers. It is also known as rachis. Okay, what are bracts? Bracts, they are modified or reduced leaves from the axials. What is axile? Axile is the upper angle between a leaf where the flower originate. Okay, so this is inflorescence. This is your solitary flower. Okay, and its inflorescence could be like this. Okay, see, this is your solitary flower, but this is your inflorescence, that means the cluster of florets. Okay, so a natural group or a cluster of flowers produced on a special reproductive axis, which is also called as peduncle, is called as inflorescence. Okay, so this is the cluster of the flowers which is produced on a special axis, supporting axis, that is your peduncle. Okay, so this is your peduncle and this is your inflorescence. Now these are the inflorescence patterns: spike, raceme, mousse, panicle, corymb and cyme, umbel, spadix, catkin and head. Head are divided into two florets. One is ray floret and second is your disc floret. Okay, so let's talk about the spike first. As you can see that this is a spike inflorescence. It has a long peduncle. As you can see that this has a long peduncle, the reproductive axis which we call it, which bears a number of sessile flowers. Sessile flowers means which doesn't have that pedicle. Okay, so and all the sessile flowers, they are arranged in acropetal succession. Okay, acropetal succession, that means elder ones are at the base, elder flowers, they are at the base, and at the tip or at the apex, younger flowers or the newer flowers are there. So this kind of inflorescence is seen in amaranthus. In which? Amaranthus. Okay, so this is your unbranched inflorescence that form consisting of the main stalk. As you can see that this is the peduncle with the stemless florets, they are attached along its length. Okay, now comes racemose. Racemose, I have already taught you in detail in my previous section of the presentation, but know that it is a simple racemose, has a long peduncle. As you can see that this is the reproductive axis and hence it is your peduncle, and it bears on the number of pedicellate flowers in the acropetal succession, which I have already taught you in detail. Okay, so please refer to that presentation also, but here just know that this is an unbranched inflorescence which form consisting of main stalk with florets attached to it along its length by the short pedicels. So these are your pedicels which are attached with the flower to the stem. Okay, now comes your panicle. Panicle is a branched racemose. The peduncle, it produces a number of branches in acropetal succession. On these branches, pedicellate flowers are produced in acropetal succession. Okay, this kind of inflorescence, it is seen in mango. Okay, so panicle is a loosely branched pyramidal inflorescence form. Okay, in which Peduncle produces a number of branches. As you can see that this is a peduncle and it bears number of branches in equipetal succession. As you can see that older ones are at the base and the younger ones are at the tip or at the apex. On these branches, pedicellate flowers, they are produced in equipetal succession, and hence it is seen in mango. Okay. Corymb. What is corymb? Corymb is a racemose inflorescence with a slightly shortened axis. Okay, little shortened peduncle is seen here. The older flowers have the longer, and the younger flowers they have a shorter pedicels. Okay, these are the younger flowers which are present at the apex or near the apex, and they have a very short pedicel, whereas the older flowers they are at the periphery, and they have a long pedicels. As a result of this flowers, the caryophyll inflorescence, they are found more or less at the same level of the arrangement. Okay, so it has a flat top, as you can see, and the open flower cluster blooming from outside edges in. Okay, so this is seen in Caesalpinia. Okay, now comes your cyme. Cyme is a broad, as you can see, broad, usually flat topped inflorescence with the center flower opening first. So this flower opens first, then this flower opens, then this, and then this. Okay, so and the near the apex flowers they have a short pedicels, and the younger flowers which is present at the periphery they have longer pedicels. Okay, now comes your umbel. Umbel is also a type of racemose inflorescence whose main axis is shortened. Okay, this is your main axis which is shortened, and at the tip it bears a whole of the bracts. See, this is the tip and it bears the whole of the bracts. All the flowers at the same level and they show centripetal arrangement. So this is your centripetal arrangement. When the peduncle of this type of inflorescence is unbranched and bears a cluster of flowers, it shows centripetal arrangement. This kind of inflorescence is called as simple umbel. Okay, it is seen in hydrocotyle. Students, please note that there is one form of umbel is also present, that is compound umbel. Compound umbel is where the peduncle is branched. See, this is your peduncle, and it in compound umbel your peduncle is branched from the tip of each branch. A luster of flowers is produced in an umbrellate manner, that is like a umbrella. Okay, so that is called as compound umbel. Okay, now comes your Spadix. Spadix is a type of a spike which I have taught you with a fleshy peduncle. Okay, so this is your peduncle which is fleshy in nature. Okay, and the flowers they are usually unisexual. The Spadix inflorescence is always accompanied by a big bract. Okay, which we call it as spathe. So this is your spathe. Okay, this is your spathe, and it is accompanied by big bract, that Spadix inflorescence. Okay, which we call it as spathe, which almost covers the Spadix. So this is your Spadix. So you can say that Spadix is a type of a spike which carries numerous minute flowers embedded on its surface, usually surrounded by colorful blacks called usually call it as spathe. Okay, so this is your spathe. Now comes Catkin. Catkin is also a type of spike inflorescence with a pedulous peduncle. Okay, so this is your peduncle and this is your pedulous peduncle, and the flowers in this type of inflorescence are generally unisexual. Okay, and this is seen in pussy, willow, oak, walnut. Okay, and mulberry, echelphypa. Now comes your head inflorescence. It is a den inflorescence of small, often stalkless flowers, that is sessile flowers. Okay, it is of two types, ray florets and disc florets. Ray florets, they are linear petal like florets which are attached at the perimeter. Okay, so these are your disc florets and these are your ray florets. Ray florets, they are linear petal-like floret which are attached at the perimeter, and this is your disc floret, which is tubular flowers which is found in the center of a composite or daisy-like flower. So this was all about the inflorescence. In my next section of the presentation, we'll be studying about the fruit. Okay, so till then, stay tuned and keep watching Edupedia word video.